Hello, dear friends. I wanted to talk about the crisis that does not cease, but I found this topic providentially. Opinion piece. Are you one of the 144,000 chosen? It is not a privilege, but a responsibility. Each one chooses himself according to his works. This doesn't mean that only they will be saved. They are not children of the old earth, but came down in service. They are the ones who will save the world from the forces of darkness. They are called the Christ dancers of the rainbow or the lots of destiny. Most of them are mighty angels who do not remember their origin. The prediction is in the Apocalypse and in the emerald tablet of Hermes. New rainbow crystal being, cosmic Christ, homo galacticus, homo noosphericus. Let's start. All who are familiar with the Bible know that the book of Revelation prophesies that in the last days 144,000 chosen ones will emerge who would receive the Creator's protection during great disasters. Revelation 14:1 Prophecies. I looked, and behold, the Lamb was standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his name and his Father's name written on their foreheads. Revelation 7:14 Prophecies. These are they which come out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes, and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. The 144,000 talked about in the Scriptures are the overcomers that God will produce. They are all those who have gone through great tribulations and have stood firm in the testimony, may enter in the kingdom of heaven. This doesn't mean that only 144,000 human beings will be saved, because I believe it will be many millions, but that these chosen ones have a very important mission to fulfill, which would be a responsibility rather than a privilege. In quotes, you must know that when 144,000 awaken to complete together the recognition of their divinity, and that is the divine plan, through the manifestation of all the sacred keys, they will liberate all the realms and dimensions of earth for all beings to awaken to their divinity. You must know that this has been written in light above the heavens and in the center of the earth, and that you are part of this divine plan. Know that when you recognize your divine nature and the divine in everything in your life, the sacred key that you are radiates all the excellence of a chemical light and your love for all beings on earth, said Saint Germain. Definition. The 144,000 is a sacred number par excellence, the number of the universe, of the initiate, of the fully interconnected, conscious human being, of the I Am. That is, it always shows us that it is the homo Christ, the new rainbow crystal human angel, whose genetic code has been expanded to achieve the connection with the cosmos and qualities that align with the masculine-feminine balance. There are many more seeds of lights than the so-called chosen ones, which is why it is said, many are called and few are chosen. The rainbow crystal being, homo Christ cosmics, homo galactic, homo noospheric, is a unified human being that is characterized by being balanced in its energies, and is a being that will organize an existence in unity with nature. The word homo does not refer to a man, but to human being in general. He will be considering the universe of which he is part. Free of free will, he will respond to the universal light. He will live unified with his brothers and congeners, with the planetary nature, with his intraterrestrial, cosmic, and universal brothers. Your mind will be annulled as the command of your life, with which you will avoid emotional fear and you will achieve the freedom that Jesus the Christ I talked about. Freedom that can be said to be the greatest freedom, because he will be responding to the universal consciousness, to the divine consciousness, to the interconnection with God, and will be part of it. The 144,000 called the New Testament the elect are in reality incarnated divine spirits who, in an act of a number's merciful service, have incarnated on earth to live for a long time as common human beings performing as such. They are the seeds of light, called the Christic dancers of the rainbow or the lords of destiny. They are not children of the old earth, but came down in service. They came as any human being until they began to feel that something distanced and differentiated them. Their existence in the midst of having to perform in the world was not easy. With much suffering and effort, they have been able to unveil the mystery of the difference between them and ordinary human beings. In these last years, the cosmic human beings, the celestial hosts, came to their aid for their awakening, and this is happening. This must also be helped by their disposition. That disposition, I talk to us of a surrender to cosmic or universal service, a being in elevation as long as they can through prayer and meditation. The earth has already been admitted by the cosmic government. It is already forming part of the cosmos, and those who will inhabit it are the incarnated spirits of cosmic beings who have come to the old earth and are today the seeds of light. When the new earth is assumed as such, with its inhabitants, who will be the seeds that have unfolded their being, already awakened, this new earth will begin to bear its fruits, its own children. Its children and it will be part of the universe. The Emerald Tablet. According to Dylan Harper, the warriors of the light are beacons of light in a world full of darkness. People are drawn to them because of the way light emanates from them. There is a prediction that can be found in both the Book of Revelations and the Emerald Tablet that foretells something really exciting. It says that there will be an incarnation of 144,000 warriors of light who will save the earth from the forces of darkness during the end times of the Kali Yuga. The Emerald Tablet is a short cryptic text attributed to the mythical Hermes Trismegistus, whose purpose is to reveal the secret of the primordial substance and its transmutations. In the Emerald Tablet is condensed or summarized all the part of the great work, the main objective of alchemy. Alchemy is the art of perfection, and the great work implies its fulfillment perfection. The Emerald Tablet contains in its few lines the secret of the great work. It is a direct passage to perfection. This message is expressed in a symbolic way. its mere reading doesn't reveal its meaning. Access to the great work requires transcending rational limitation. Hence, every alchemist carries a parallel personal transmutation that allows him to access the language of the symbol. The all, the one, is only expressed symbolically, and it is necessary to learn the hermeneutics of the symbol. Otherwise, its simplicity would generate incredulity. Reason awaits complexity in the face of the complex, while the one, the Ouroboros, is discovered in the simplicity of another reading, of another language. In short, the cryptic expression of the tablet is not intentional, but requires the right person trained for the great work. The common traits. Are you one of the 144,000 warriors of light who will save the world? There are 10 common traits among the warriors of light. They are all experienced most of this in the process of their awakening. If you experience any of these characteristics, you are one of the 144,000 prophesied light warriors who will save the world. First one. You always identified with heroic characters and superheroes, and you still do, even if you are an adult now. Second one. You have a deep purpose that not many people know about. You may not be sure yourself, but you know that you were meant for something greater. Third one. You have an inner understanding of spiritual concepts, higher knowledge and cosmic wisdom that comes naturally to you. Fourth one. You love human beings, but you hate them at the same time. And this is very confusing for you. It is as if you love unconditionally who they are in their essence, but you hate all the crap that keeps them from shining, such as their ego, addictions, stupid decisions, and negativity. Fifth one. You may have panic attacks and anxiety problems. Sixth one. You love animals and feel deeply the harm we do to them to satisfy our own needs. 7. You cannot stand injustice. 8. You always try to lighten the mood. If something is tense, you tell a joke. If someone is depressed, you do everything you can to cheer them up. If someone is asking for your help, you can do everything you can to help them. 9th. You tend to inspire others, even if he is not aware of it. 10th. You love to merge dualities into unity, such as science and spirituality, psychology and philosophy, technology and nature. The time for awakening is now. We have arrived and entered the 11th hour for the great shift that is taking place on Earth. The time has come for the remaining light warriors to awaken, so that we can reach the prophesied number of 144,000. You need to wipe away the slumber of life, smack your forehead to dislodge the slumber of materialism, wake up and smell the coffee, roll up your sleeves, put on your thinking cap and dedicate yourself to the mammoth task of saving this world. You have something to offer this world, and deep down you know what it is. Stop following rules and trends. Do what you know you should do. And if you are still not sure what that is, do what feels best and natural to you. Do what makes you feel alive. Do what really means something to you, or simply live through your heart. Resonate with love. That's all we really need to heal humankind. How to save the world? The most interesting part of this prediction is the realization that most of these light warriors are here and now, and in the process of awakening to their divine purpose and mission on earth. Most of them may not even know or remember who they really are. According to spiritual teachers and psychics, the cellular memories of the 144,000 were programmed, timed, and activated to burst forth at this time and awaken them to their true identity, mission, and purpose for incarnating on Earth at this crucial time in Earth's history. What does it mean to save the world? The term save the planet has the wrong connotation, and that is why most people do not understand what we really mean. It's not literally about planet Earth. Earth is fine with or without us, and there is not going to be an epic fight between the dark and the light, at least not here in the physical realm. We need to save ourselves as a species. There is something rotten deep within our collective psyche, and we need to deal with that. The so-called forces of darkness are simply the projection of this shadow that we have to face deep within ourselves. Warriors of light are people who heal on many levels. They heal mentally, physically, emotionally, and even spiritually. They do this through their work and their energy, if they learn to control and manage it. That is why they are the ones who will save the world from the forces of darkness, because they will help us heal the shadows of humankind. And the number is only a sacred quantity that, if reached, creates a powerful wave that cannot be stopped. It creates a wave that will wash the whole world of its negative behavior, that is retarding our true potential for brotherhood. It's like when you try to stop the spread of fire. If you put out a certain amount of that fire, the rest just dies out on its own. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.